Okay, here is Dr. Chynn and Dr. Bakeo behind the camera. It's Park Avenue Safe Side. And Dr. Chynn is answering the actual questions of our patient who prefer to stay behind the camera about high order aberrations. So a couple questions which will be very useful to know the answers for the people who consider LASIK eye surgery.
Yeah, we do this for the smarter patients who have good questions so other people can benefit from the research, okay? So what's the first question?
So I was reading some papers and they say that higher order aberrations are more correlated to basically the higher prescriptions.
Okay, look, it's more on a percentage basis. In other words, we get a printout of HOA and it prints out on a percentage basis how much of your visual problem is due to higher order aberrations. 3% is about normal. Over 3% might be a little bit high. We're probably going to reduce your higher order aberrations in general, okay? Except on a percentage basis, it might be higher because we're going to get rid of all your myopia, all your astigmatism. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to be very happy afterwards, and that's why people don't have night glare and halos. I had night glare and halos after mine. I did it 15 years ago. I was the first doctor in New York to get LASIK eye doctor. They didn't have high definition. So you're going to be much happier than I am, and I'm still happy.
Mm-hmm. So will there be large optical zones with appropriate blending zones to avoid edge effects?
Yeah, we always add a blend. The Vistix laser that we use is the most tissue sparing, so it takes off the least amount of tissue per doctor prescription, which is good for you, otherwise we start to run out of tissue. It's also good because it allows us to do larger blend zones and prevent night glare and halos compared to other lasers.
Okay. Are there any concerns about my corneal asphericity and impacting the procedure and post-op aberrations?
Okay, this is an interesting question. There have been some studies, maybe more like 15 to 10 years ago, saying that corneal asphericity has a large impact on patient satisfaction. The more recent studies, like in the last 5 years, there doesn't seem to be a big correlation. One of the lasers out there is Allegretto. It kind of works off of this formula where they're trying to optimize the asphericity of the cornea, but it's not true wavefront. FDA didn't let Allegretto call itself wavefront. It's called like wavefront optimized or something like that. It's like cheese. Food is not really cheese, okay? The Vistix is really a true wavefront system. It's better than just trying to optimize the Q value. So you're going to be very, very happy afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In one of these, this is a quote from one of the papers, to minimize higher order optical errors, special efforts to censor the ablation zone are necessary, for example, by eye tracking systems that consider the visual access. So
yeah, okay. Essentially, that's why you have to be awake during the procedure. A lot of the patients say, "Why don't you just knock me out and then center on the pupil?" The center of the pupil is not normally the actual visual axis of the patient. There's something called angle kappa or something, but whatever. It's better if you look at the blinking red light and then I step on the pedal. Then the laser locks the tracker, and if your eye moves, it's always going to be trapped. That said, it does depend on surgeon experience because wherever I step on the pedal, that's where it's going to be centered, okay? So I'll just tell you to look straight. If you're not straight, we'll just wait a while and then you'll be straight and then I'll step on the pedal. Once I step on the pedal, you're locked in.
mm-hmm. Okay. Makes it.
Okay, so it was all about high order aberrations. So if you have more questions, go to our website at parkavenuesafeside.com or call our office 212-741-8628 and schedule a free consultation so we can evaluate you for if you get candidate for LASIK and answer your remaining questions.
And you can ask for any doctor. We have 5 doctors here, so don't just say, can I speak to Dr. Chynn? You can say, can I speak to any of the doctors, and you'll get a really good doctor, including Dr. Bakeo.
Yay!